Hello students, today I am going to discuss about phylum Mollusca. I have explained in the previous class phylum Arthropoda. So let me explain first of all the general characteristics. Before that you must also know about the molluscans. Molluscans are mainly the soft bodied animals. Adkadaka mollusca ant karitare. Mollusk andre soft bodied animals. Though they are soft bodied, they are having a mainly important characteristics in the presence of shell. Okay, they are covered by shell. Okay, there is an external shell. By seeing the shell, we can understand that they belongs to phylum Mollusca. This is the second largest phylum that you have to remember. Very important. The largest phylum is Arthropoda, and second largest phylum that is Mollusca. Okay, second largest phylum is Mollusca. This is all extra information. See, one thing I am going to tell you, whenever I am explaining the points in the class, whenever I am discussing, you must write your notes. Okay, whenever you are watching the video, please, whatever I am discussing, I am writing on the board also. So each and every point you may write down so that it will be helpful, because in the material, whatever the notes have been provided to you, it will be little complicated to understand and vast, mainly the information is given. I am just making you to understand very important information required to solve the MCQs. Not everything is required over there. Everything is given in the brackets also. From that, whatever the brackets have been given, only that much few things I am discussing over here which is required, okay, to solve the MCQs. Actually, the other all information, that is for only understanding purpose. So you have to compulsorily, whatever the things have been taught in the class, your online class, you have to make the notes, and you can, even you are knowing that you can just 24 hours you will be having a time. Okay, you can repeatedly see the videos. If at all it is not possible to understand in one particular thing, you can repeatedly see the video and write down the notes. Okay, so just I am telling you because it will may prolong for, so again we can complete whole lesson on the online only this lesson. So it's a request for you that you have to write down whatever the things have been taught in the classroom, so that you can make your own notes, right? So now I told you that molluscans are soft bodied ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ I just told you that, and one thing I just want to again clear that, see here Kannada medium students are also there, that's why I'm just explaining in Kannada also. Okay, so when I am explaining in English as well as in Kannada, so that you can understand better. Actually mother tongue you can understand better what I feel. Now see, this is the second largest phylum, that is Mollusca. Then the study of mollusca is called malacology. Study of mollusca is called as malacology. Study of its shells, molluscan shells. Study of molluscan mollusk shell is called conchology. This is again extra information. Remember, ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾನು ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಥಿಯರಿ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಇದನ್ನ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. Now coming to the general characteristics of phylum Mollusca. Molluscans are mainly, both we find them in aquatic as well as terrestrial. ಎರಡು ಕಡೆನೂ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತವೆ. We can see them in the terrestrial also as well as aquatic. But terrestrial forms will be present when usually in the humid conditions or wet soil, near the wet soil. Okay, snails, slugs, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತು ನೋಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು ನೀವು. Okay, usually present in the wet soil. Garden ಒಳಗೆ ನಮಗೆ snail ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತವೆ, right? So habit and habitat, what I told you, they are aquatic. Aquatic forms are both freshwater and marine water. Aquatic forms are freshwater as well as marine water. Freshwater and marine, and even terrestrial forms we can see. Terrestrial. So terrestrial forms are present. They are usually slow creeping animals. They can creep on the ground, but because they secrete some jelly-like gelatinous secretion, You must have observed the snails, how they move. They release some sticky material and they can just creep on the ground. So habit and habitat, aquatic, fresh as well as marine water and even terrestrial. So terrestrial ಇದ್ದದ್ದು usually wet ಅಥವಾ humid soil ಒಳಗೆ ಅಥವಾ wet soil ಒಳಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದೆ. Next, body form. Body form, it is various. Body form is various. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಒಂದ ಶೇಪ್ ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಶೇಪ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತವೆ, ರೈಟ್? Unsegmented, very very important, ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Molluscans are unsegmented. So far segmented only 3 phylums I have told you. Once again I am repeating. ನೀವೇ ಹೇಳಬಹುದು actually Annelida ಮತ್ತೆ Arthropoda and Chordata. ಇವು ಮೂರೇ phylums ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾನು unsegmented ಇರ್ತಾವೆ. So these are also unsegmented, very important to remember. So they are various unsegmented irtava. Exception is Neopilina. Exception. This is again for extra information. ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಬರೆಯೋದು ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಥಿಯರಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಬರಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ. Exception Neopilina. Here internal segmentation is seen. Okay, internal segmentation is found. Segmentation is seen. Internal segmentation is seen. Hence it is also called to be a connecting link between Annelida and Mollusca. Actually in between we studied Arthropoda, but it is also a connecting link between Annelida and Mollusca. In some reference books, okay, before Arthropoda they have written Mollusca also. But I'm just telling you that it's a connecting link between Annelida and Mollusca. So body form various, unsegmented irtade, ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ರಿ. And exception Neopilina ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ, which is having the internal segmentation. Now let us see about next point, that is level of organization, symmetry, then body plan and also germinal layers. Okay. Now let me explain the next characteristics, that is level of organization, body plan and germinal layer. Level of organization, organ system level of organization, organ system level of organization, body plan, tube within tube body plan, tube within tube body plan, germinal layer, triploblastic, symmetry, bilaterally symmetrical, symmetry, bilaterally symmetrical, bilaterally symmetrical, symmetry, bilaterally symmetrical. Exception, okay, there is also exception is there, except in gastropoda, except in gastropoda are asymmetric irtava, because in their larva undergo torsion. Okay, this is also again a extra information. Symmetry, bilaterally symmetrical, except in gastropoda I am talking about, they are asymmetric. ಯಾಕೆ asymmetric ಆಗಿರ್ತಾವಂದ್ರ larva during development, I'll just show you here, during development undergoes torsion. Torsion ಅಂದ್ರೆ twisting in 180 degree. Okay, the visceral mass ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ, ಇದು visceral mass ಅದ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ visceral organs like stomach, intestine, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು organs ಏನಿರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, that will undergo, where the mouth and the foot, ಇದರ body form ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ, it will undergo torsion ಆಗಿ ಈ ತರ ಹಿಂಗೆ visceral organ ಹಿಂಗಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ and ಇಲ್ಲಿ anus ಬಂದಿರ್ತದೆ ಈ ತರ. So twisting ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ, hence it becomes asymmetric. Gastropoda only is having a exception. Torsion ಅಂದ್ರೆ twisting. Torsion is nothing but what? Twisting of the visceral mass. And then what happens is, it has undergone a twisting in 180 degree, and that's why what happens here, it becomes asymmetric. This exception ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Okay, again for solving MCQs, bilaterally symmetrical irtade. Next is mainly very important characteristics is presence of, just I will tell you about the body. Okay, body of this or body form I am just talking about. Mainly body form I have told you various, but how is the body is divisible into? It is divisible into head, foot and the visceral mass. Very very important characteristics of mollusk. That is how the body is divisible into. Just let me write over here itself. That is body form. The body is divisible into, body of this mollusk is divisible into head, distinct head is seen here, head, foot is the creeping for creeping purpose, okay, and foot and or swimming purpose also. So head, foot and visceral mass. Visceral mass andre mainly visceral organs. So what I told you here, body is divisible into three parts, that is head, foot and visceral mass. In some of the mollusks, head and the foot is fused. Okay, head and the foot is fused. ಹೆಂಗೆ ನಾವು ಆರ್ಥ್ರೋಪೋಡ ಒಳಗೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಹೆಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಥೊರಾಕ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ, ಅದೇ ತರ ಹೆಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಫುಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್. ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಆಸ್ such particular animals of the mollusk we call them as cephalopoda. Poda andre ಏನು foot, cephalo andre ಏನು head. So when it is fused together they are called to be cephalopods, right? So body is divisible into head, foot and visceral mass, and I told you in some mollusks it is fused, like head and the foot is fused, we call it as a cephalopoda. Now let us see about the next characteristics. That is very important characteristics of this. I just write it over here. That is presence of mantle. Mantle andre ಏನು ಅನ್ನೋದು important ಇಲ್ಲಿ. I will just draw one diagram so that you can understand. I am taking a typical example, that is phyla. Phyla we commonly call it as apple snail. Na diagram ತೆಗೆದಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. Apple snail. Okay, phyla we call it as apple snail. I will draw it over here and I will explain the other all characteristics. So apple snail, you ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ, it will be having a mantle. Mantle is nothing but a fold of skin which covers the visceral mass. Okay, it is a fleshy fold of the skin that covers the visceral mass, that is called as a mantle. And the very presence of mantle is a characteristic. Even it encloses space. ಅದರ ಮಧ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ mantle and visceral mass ಮಧ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ space ಇರ್ತದೆ, that is called as a mantle cavity or pallial cavity. You will understand when I draw everything, then you can understand better. So just now what I told you about habitat ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Second one, body form various ಇರ್ತದೆ, unsegmented ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Level of organization, then mainly the body plan and germinal layer we have seen, that is organ system level of organization, tube within tube body plan and triploblastic. Symmetry I have explained to you, it is bilaterally symmetrical, but exception in gastropoda, it becomes asymmetric due to torsion. ಇಷ್ಟು ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. Okay, next I am explaining about the mantle. I will draw one diagram, then you can understand better. So see now, I was explaining you about the mantle. Mantle is a soft and spongy layer. You will be asked one mark question also, what is mantle? So it is a soft and a spongy layer of a skin, okay, which forms the mantle. What is mantle? It is a soft and spongy layer of the skin which covers the visceral mass. Okay, this is what I was telling you about the phyla, or we commonly call it as apple snail. Apple snail. By seeing this you can understand all the characteristics, what all I want to explain over here. Okay, this is the shell, right, which is present over here, and this is the, I told you just now, the body part. Body part previous to the mantle I told you, body is divisible into head, the head region is head. Okay, this is called as a foot. Creeping foot will be there, and inside all there will be organs. Illella ಒಳಗಡೆ ಮೇಲ್ಗಡೆ shell ಇದೆ, ಇದು ಹೊರಗಡೆ shell ಇದೆ, external shell will be present. Inside there will be organs, and these organs are mainly which forms the visceral mass on the dorsal side. Okay, visceral mass will be present on the dorsal side. Visceral hump ಅಥವಾ mass ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, present on dorsal side. Present on the dorsal side. Is it clear? So what I told you is body part, body is divisible into head, foot and visceral mass, right? Now I was telling you about mainly the mantle. Mantle is nothing but soft and the spongy layer of the skin which covers mainly the visceral mass. Okay, that is what we call it as a mantle. Now we can see we have removed the shell and you can understand. This is the shell. This is shell. Outer I have shown you, no, this is shell. You can see this particular thing, layer, this is called as mantle. Idella mantle. This line adala, this is mantle. Not mantle, this is mantle. So that is covering, this is a fold of a skin, spongy fold of a skin covering all the visceral organs. Visceral organs. Ili stomach irtade, intestine irtade, anus ide idardu. Okay? As I told you, there will be a torsion agi idhar agirtade anta helide ninga. Ili hard irtade. So idar ella suttare enada completely mantle, which is a soft and a spongy layer of the skin. Is it clear? Now, it also encloses a cavity. Ili hinga cavity irade. This mantle will form the cavity. And this cavity is called as mantle. Okay, the space between the hump and the visceral mass and the mantle is called mantle cavity. This mantle cavity encloses mainly the respiratory organ and all. Okay, mantle cavity. Even it will be having shell secreting glands. Okay, it encloses shell secreting glands. Right? So what I told you, the space between the visceral mass and the mantle is called mantle cavity. A visceral hump, we can say. Between the visceral hump and the mantle is called mantle cavity. Now we can see this is the mantle, right? This is the mantle ada. Okay, amele ili visceral mass ada ili complete agi. Idar madhyade space adala. This space is called as mantle cavity. This space is called as mantle cavity. This space consisting of mainly the shell secreting glands that secrete the outside shell. This shell that is mainly secreted by the shell secreting glands. Now coming to the shell. Shell in the mollusk, either it may be external, it may be internal or totally absent. Shell is made up of calcium carbonate. Secreted by the shell secreting glands present in the mantle cavity. In mantle cavity ge innond hesaru enadala pallial cavity antanu karitare. It is also called as pallial cavity. Idu nenapitkobekku. Mantle is also called as pallial. Mantle or pallial. So what I told you, what is mantle I have explained. What is mantle cavity I have explained to you, and it is also called as pallial cavity I told you. Now regarding the shell, once in this diagram, let it be over here, I will explain all the other characteristics. That is shell, right? So I have explained about the mantle. Now shell. Shell is secreted by, I told you, shell secreting glands present in the mantle cavity or pallial cavity. Now almost all the mollusks, this is the unique feature of mollusks, that is presence of shell. But in some mollusks it may be absent also. So what I told you, shell usually it is external. Most of the times it is external. And I told you that it may be present in some mollusks. It is internal. Okay. For example, sepia. Sepia ಇರ್ತದೆ. It is also called as cuttlefish. Commonly it is called as cuttlefish. We are going to study later on all the examples which belongs to mollusks. So sepia is called as the cuttlefish. Okay, so it is internal in them. Whereas mainly the octopus you will be knowing. Octopus, commonly we call octopus as devilfish. It is commonly called as devilfish. It is absent. It is absent. The shining part of mainly the shell is called a nacre. Shining part of shell is called nacre. So far I have explained to you about mainly the mantle and the shell. So this shell which is present outside, right? Most of the time it is external in almost all the mollusks. Sometimes it will be present internally, and in few, under very exceptional case like octopus, it is totally absent. Is it clear? Now body wall of the mollusk having a outer epidermis, ciliated epidermis irtade, and beneath there is mainly the muscular tissue. That is mainly unstriated muscles will be present beneath the epidermis. Now coming to the coelom. Next characteristics is coelom. So you all are knowing that coelom, true coelomates only. These are all true coelomates. And which type? Schizocoelomate type. Schizocoelom type. Schizocoelom. Right? Another important thing, here also the coelom is restricted surrounding the excretory and reproductive organs. Here also the coelom is only surrounding the reproductive and excretory organs. So they are true coelomates. Now let me explain the other characteristics like digestive system, then circulatory system, respiratory system and all. Right? So let us see now the next characteristics, that is cephalization. We are knowing just now I told you cephalization. Here this part we call it as a head. That means distinct head is present. Okay, distinct head is present. In some mollusks, head and the foot is fused. I have already told you. Those are called as a cephalopods. So distinct presence of the distinct head. Now next characteristics is digestive system. Digestive system. So in the tube within tube body plan digestive system complete irtade. So complete digestive system and mainly consisting of digestive glands. Also show presence of digestive glands which pour enzymes. Okay, which pour enzymes for digestion purpose. Which pour enzymes for digestion purpose. For digestion. Right? That means which type of the digestion it is? Extracellular digestion taking place in the digestive tract. Very important characteristics of mollusk is presence of rasping organ. Okay, file-like structure. Presence of file-like rasping organ. Rasping ಅಂದ್ರೆ grinding organ. Rasping organ, in bracket I am writing grinding, which is helpful in grinding. Okay, grinding purpose. Okay, grinding organ is present in the mouth. Is present in mouth, which helps in feeding. Which helps in feeding. So you will be asked what is radula. Okay, it is called as I not written over here. So presence of file-like rasping organ or a grinding organ called, what we call this rasping organ as radula. This rasping organ is called radula. So you will be asked one more question, what is radula? And one important thing here, all the mollusks will not have this. Adu ondada exceptions irtava. Adakku nimage sometimes you will be given in the NEET examination statement type questions. So all will be given that mollusk consisting of mainly presence of a radula, but it is not mainly all mollusks will not be having, so most of the mollusks will be having, there will be exception. Without exception, find out the characteristics of mollusk ಅಂದಾಗ ಅವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ? So what I told you here, digestive system ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು. Complete digestive system will be there. There will be presence of the digestive glands that secrete the digestive enzymes, help in digestion. Digestion is extracellular. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. Another very important thing, presence of file-like rasping organ that is also used for grinding purpose, grinding the food. It is called as radula, present in the mouth, which helps in feeding. So you will be asked what is radula. Right? Now let us see the next characteristics. So now let me explain respiration. Respiration in mollusca occurs through, okay, these are feather-like, you can see this is feather-like structures called as gills. Even they are also, we call them as ctenidia. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ? Ctenidia. Feather-like organs ಅಂತನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಾರಲ್ಲ, okay? So in your NCERT book it is given like this. So they are mainly looks like a feather which is present in the mantle cavity. So the mantle cavity encloses, I have told you already, the mantle cavity encloses the gills. So the respiration occurs through gills, or we also call them as or ctenidia, which are feather-like structures. Even the mantle, in some mollusks where there is the absence of the shell, mantle also helps in respiration. Mantle also helps in respiration, and body surface respiration is also seen. ಅದಕ್ಕವು moist soil ಒಳಗೆ ಇರ್ತಾವ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ mainly the slugs ಇರಬಹುದು, snail ಇರಬಹುದು, which are absence of ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ shell ಇರಂಗಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಆ ಥರ. So that will be having mantle helps in respiration. Even we can see the body surface respiration. So gaseous exchange occurs through body surface respiration is also seen in mollusca. File-like structure enclosed in the mantle cavity, we call it as a gill or a ctenidia. Okay, that will help. Apart from this, pulmonary sac also helps in respiration. You can see this pulmonary sac. Okay, this part is called as pulmonary sac. This portion this is called pulmonary sac. Ctenidia athwa gills anta helidane. So they are present enclosed in what? In the mantle. So in the mantle cavity ಒಳಗಡೆ enclosed above, right? That's why we call it as, when the mantle cavity encloses feather-like structures through which the respiration occurs. Next, coming to the circulation. Circulation under circulatory system, here it is open type of circulatory system. Open type of circulatory system. Open type of circulatory system. And the blood is usually sometimes blue in color. Blood is in few mollusks, it is blue in color. Blue in color because of presence of the pigment. Namdrolaga red color irutade because mainly the hemoglobin. They are blue in color because of the pigment called hemocyanin. Okay, the blood is blue in color due to the pigment called hemocyanin. Heart is present on the dorsal side. Heart is 1 or 2 chambered. Heart is 1 to 2 chambered and present on the dorsal side. Nam heart alli kadkondu ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Invertebrates ಒಳಗೆ heart ಇದ್ರ dorsal side ಇರ್ತದೆ. Nam heart ventral side ಇರ್ತದೆ. Okay, so heart is 1 to 2 chambered and present on dorsal side. Present on the dorsal side. In some mollusks, okay, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು mollusca ಒಳಗೆ like cephalopoda ಒಳಗೆ especially ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ closed type of circulatory system is also seen. Closed type of circulatory system is seen in cephalopoda, ಅದು sepia, cuttlefish, loligo, ಅಂದ್ರೆ squid, ಅದರೊಳಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಸೆಫಾಲೋಪೋಡಾ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಲ್ಯುಸ್ಕ್, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ಬರಿಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಓಪನ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲೇಟರಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್, ಬ್ಲಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಓಪನ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಸೈನಸಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿನೂ ಹಿಮೋಸಿಲ್ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಓಪನ್ ಸ್ಪೇಸಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಿಮೋಸಿಲ್. ಹಿಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರ ಬ್ಲಡ್, ಸಿಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರ cavity. So the blood will be present. Blood is blue in color due to the presence of which pigment? Hemocyanin, right? Heart will be one or two chambered and present on the dorsal side. Just I will draw here heart diagram ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಹಿಂಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಯೂಶುವಲಿ ಹಾರ್ಟ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂಗ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಆರ್ಟರೀಸ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಇದು ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಆರಿಕಲ್. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ವೆಂಟ್ರಿಕಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರ. And from here few blood vessels will be also present, remember. Few blood vessels will be also present which will supply this, that this auricle will collect all the blood from here, all the parts of the body. If the auricle is there, then it will enter into the ventricles and then it will supply. This is called as the visceral. This is called as the visceral artery. This is called as cephalic artery ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಕರೀತಾರೆ? cephalic artery. Cephalic artery. Why it is called cephalic artery? Because it supplies to the head region. Cephalon the head. So here it will supply the blood to the head region, foot region and all. This part is supplying to all the visceral organs. Idella stomach irtade, intestine irtade, other supply ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. Even it will be having open spaces. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ open type of circulatory system ಅಂತಾರೆ, with few blood vessels are present. And heart will be present on the dorsal side, that you have to remember. See now let me explain about the excretion. Excretion in mollusca mainly occurs through, it will be having one or two pairs of kidney like structures. Illi metanephridia anta karitare, so called as a kidney, pairs of kidney, one or two pairs of kidney. Even in the mollusk it is called as Bojanus organ. Bojanus organ. Bojanus is a scientist name. Bojanus organ in few mollusks. Okay, it has been seen. And Caber's organ anta karitare. Caber is also scientist name. Okay, this one or two chain pair of kidney enittala, that has been detected by this or maybe found out by this scientist and they have given a name as Bojanus organ. So excretion occurs through one or two pairs of kidney. It is also called to be Bojanus organ in bivalvia ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅದರೊಳಗೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು Caber's organ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯೂನಿಯೋ ಒಳಗೆ. ಯೂನಿಯೋ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಫ್ರೆಶ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಮಸಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. ಫ್ರೆಶ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸುವಂತದ್ದು ಅಲ್ಲಿ Caber's organ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ ಕಿಡ್ನಿಗೆ. So excretion occurs through kidney, one to two pairs of kidneys. Excretory product will be ammonia and uric acid. Ammonia will be in aquatic forms ಯಾವಿರ್ತವೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ammonia release ಆಗ್ತದೆ. And terrestrial forms ಒಳಗೆ uric acid release ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. Okay, that you have to remember. So today's assignment question, whatever I have explained on that only I am giving. Name the second largest phylum. Next question, what is mantle? What is radula? You have to write its function also. How respiration and excretion occurs in mollusk. Means you have to write what are the respiratory and excretory organ over here. What is shell made up of? And name the mollusk which lacks the shell. Okay, that's it. See, in the previous day I have given you assignment questions, okay, from Arthropoda, right? So let us discuss some answers, because as I had given you an assignment, okay, these objective questions, just see the answers or you check your answers. First question was find out true insect. In that option A was spider, ticks, B ticks, C mites and D lepisma. So you all are knowing spider, ticks and mites belongs to class Arachnoida. So true insect in the sense lepisma, which is silver fish. It is also called as silver fish. So the correct option is D option. Second question I had given you wingless insect. Okay, you have to find from the wingless insect from the below. So A is cuttlefish, B devilfish, C silverfish and D all I had given. Cuttlefish, devilfish, I think by seeing today's mainly the video you can understand cuttlefish and devilfish belongs to phylum Mollusca. Silverfish is nothing but lepisma. So wingless, it is a wingless insect. So option C is the correct answer. Next, third one, gradual or paurametabolous type metamorphosis occurs in option where A dragonfly, B. lepisma, C. silkworm, and D. cockroach. So gradual metamorphosis, I have told you types of metamorphosis in that I have explained. So cockroach having mainly paurametabolous type of metamorphosis. Dragonfly mainly having heavy metabolous type, lepisma ametabolous, and silkworm holometabolous or complete metamorphosis. Fourth question, mouthparts in cockroach are A option biting and chewing type, B option sponging type, C option piercing and sucking, and D siphoning type. I had given you all types of mouthparts I discussed yesterday. So mouthparts in cockroach are biting and chewing type. Next I had given you match the columns. Column A, column 1 and column 2. Column 1 excretory organs and actually column 2 is its examples. So Malpighian tubules, which is the excretory organ, Malpighian tubule in which particular animal? Insects. So Malpighian tubule insects, green glands prawn, and coxal glands scorpion. So your correct option is C, D, A, that is second option. Next, last question I had given you but match the column only. Here respiratory organs have been given in the mainly column 1 and column 2 I told you to match. So tracheal system is present in insects, means insects will respire through trachea. Book gills are present mainly in the book gills will be present in the limulus and book lungs in scorpion. So option 3 is correct answer. So that's it.